And it's time now for Action TV.
The All Island Probation Officers Association staged a protest today, charging that the National Child Protection Authority is influencing the duties of probationary service officials and inconveniencing them in an undue manner. At this protest held opposite the office of the Child Protection Authority in Pitakote, it was highlighted that the authority exerted police powers of the Special Police Unit attached to it to inconvenience the probation officers. According to the Probation Officers Association, the most recent incident concerns an officer attached to the Norelia Probation Office who was called to the Child Protection Authority in Pitakote to obtain a statement and was later arrested upon his arrival.
Such arrests cause mental stress and inconveniences the officials. These officers are obstructed from carrying out their duties. The management of children's homes are also influenced. Children's homes are operated as welfare services.
The National Child Protection Authority states that the Norelia probation officer was arrested based on statements made by a group of mothers before court.
මව්වරුන් ගරු අධිකරණයට පැමිණිලා විවෘත අධිකරණයේදී ඔවුන්ගේ නීතිඥවරයා මාර්ගයෙන් ගරු අධිකරණය
The mothers have provided statements through their attorneys in open court that their children were called to the Norelia probation office and had been reprimanded and threatened for no reason. We should not be troubled by various allegations. We have done our duty.
දරුවන්ට තර්ජනය කරා කියන සිද්ධිය මෙහෙමයි අපි චෝදනා කරා කියන ඵලයට අපි සැලෙන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. අපේ යුතුයකම් අපි හරියට කරලා තියෙනවා.
However, probation officers are questioning the action taken by the National Child Protection Authority regarding a case of child abuse which had been confirmed by 2 judicial medical officers.
We are here demonstrating because the person who abused children in Vavuniya has not been arrested as yet. She is using the law for her own benefit.
Since this is an allegation levelled at a member of the clergy, a problematic situation has arisen for us.
අපිට ගැටලු සාගත තත්ත්වය ඇති වෙලා තියෙනවා.
නමුත් මේ අපරාධ නඩු විභාග 35 වෙනි ගණන්තිය යටතේ සංඥාමය වැරදි කියලා තියෙනවානේ. ඒ කියන්නේ කෙනෙක්ව අත්අඩංගුවට ගන්න පුළුවන් සමහරක් වෙලාවට අධිකරණයේ වරන්තුවක් නැතුව ඒ පුද්ගලයාට එරෙහිව ලිඛිතව කියන්නේ පැහැදිලිව සාක්ෂි තියෙනවනේ. දැන් මේ අධිකරණ වෛද්‍ය වාර්තාවෙත් තියෙනවා නම් ළමයාගේ සාක්ෂියක් තියෙනවා නම් මෙහෙම ගන්න පුළුවන් කියලා. ඇයි මේ දේ කරන්නේ නැත්තේ?
Since extensive investigations are being conducted into this incident, we cannot arrive at immediate conclusions.
In business news now, Fitch Ratings notes that Sri Lanka is the only country in Asian emerging markets other than Mongolia to have a higher debt burden. It points out that Sri Lanka's state foreign debt burden was now 57% of its gross domestic product.
Fitch Ratings reports of 2 key reasons that have paved the way for Sri Lanka's debt burden to increase. One reason was the relative currency stability as due to a less open capital account, which provides insulation from volatile global capital flows, as well as the increasing ability to tap offshore global bond inflows.
According to Fitch Ratings, Sri Lanka's current account deficit is expected to remain at 5.6% of GDP this year. The second reason is that Sri Lanka has been unable to attract much by way of foreign direct investment inflows, with a net FDI averaging just 1.2% of GDP since 2009.
According to Fitch Ratings, this is low in comparison with most regional peers and has fueled a reliance on debt-creating capital. It adds that Sri Lanka therefore banked on the promise of higher future growth to successfully issue more foreign debt, and reports that the government's decision to refrain from issuing global bonds this year does not fundamentally alter what remains a growth strategy reliant on external debt.
Moving on to news overseas, Bollywood's legendary singer Manna De passed away at the age of 94 yesterday. Now, Bollywood singer Manna De died from respiratory illness and renal failure in a hospital in India's IT hub, Bangalore city. Tributes to Manna De poured in, including from people of the entertainment capital, Mumbai. Born in 1919 in India's eastern Kolkata city, Manna De made a mark in Hindi cinema from the 1950s to the 1970s. He has recorded more than 3,500 songs in his charismatic career. The famous legendary singing maestro has lent his voice in a number of blockbuster movies, including Avara, Mera Naam Joker, Bobby and Sholay.
A citation, a shawl and the golden lotus.
Welcome back, and now moving into some sports news. It's cricket. Sri Lanka A were bundled out for just 125 runs in their first innings of the 4-day encounter against Sri Lanka Cricket. Sri Lanka Cricket batting in their second innings were 91 runs for no loss at stumps today. Now the match is being played at the SSC grounds in Colombo. Sri Lanka Cricket resumed play today with an overnight score of 427 runs for the loss of 5 wickets. However, the remaining 5 wickets fell in quick succession for just 74 runs. Sri Lanka Cricket posted 501 runs on the board for their first innings. Sri Lanka A, however, could only post 125 on the board, with Mahela Udawatta top scoring with 47. Sachit Senarayaka meanwhile bagged 4 wickets for 36 in his 14 overs. Nuwan Kulasekara bagged 2 wickets for 18 in 8 overs for SLC.
Well, that's a wrap from the News First team for tonight. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm Arundhati Mudanayaka.
And I'm Madhush Balasuriya. And before we leave, let's take a quick look at your weather forecast for tomorrow.
Hotline 0114-896-896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.